I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello! Book Club has shifted into high gear on today's episode. The trio was beginning interviewing hitmen to take out Rio. Sarah is officiated into the book club, and Dean falls into his old ways. We are talking about all of this tonight, plus Amir has our news, Regina has some shout outs, and our special segment of Baddest Good Girl. So before we jump in, I'm your host, Kelsey Hightower, along with Amir and Regina. How are you guys doing? And what was your favorite moment from this episode?
Doing good, a little stir crazy. Great to see you guys because we were off last week and I was having withdrawal symptoms.
I
don't get to see my
Same.
guys. Yeah. But anyway, the funniest part for me was the hitman with no arms. Hello.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Who are you gonna take out?
This show has no boundaries.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about it though quickly. I remembered that he was an ex-Navy SEAL. So I'm like,
right.
I get it. Thank you for your service. But he was a trip.
It was still a comedic moment, and they really did push the boundaries, I think, doing that, which I thought was fun, and refreshing. Yeah. Amir, how are you doing? What was your favorite moment?
I'm good. I am great. I am, wearing all the colors today and trying to bring y'all some energy. Things are good. And then my favorite scene was actually, so he was in a bunch of 80s movies. He was like an 80s heartthrob. So he's the new hitman, the sharpshooter. I can't remember the character's name, but I really resonated with him as he was a great character. Fabulous.
Yes, he was from Pretty in Pink.
Yes, Pretty in Pink, that's it.
Wow.
Yes, or was it Pretty in Pink or 16 Candles? Something like that.
I believe it was Pretty in Pink, because I think 16 Candles was that really cutie pie Ben
Yes,
guy.
Andrew McCarthy is his
Andrew
name.
McCarthy,
Oh,
yes.
God.
And Pretty in Pink, yes. That's where we know him from. He was also in Blacklist and Orange is the New Black. But before that, I don't think he was doing like anything huge. He was in Gossip Girls, like just a bunch of here and there stuff. But it was so fun to see him in this episode. I mean, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. He killed it at this character.
Good one, Kelsey.
So I will see, if he follows through next episode, but I'm dying having him on this. So there'll be more puns to that.
Oh my God, the puns, Kels. I just got that one. I was like, okay.
Come on, Amir. You got that.
I know.
It's been for the bad dad jokes.
It's a good dad joke. It's a good dad joke. There's someone in the chat. They're saying CY is saying my favorite were all of the looks between Rio. They were just dripping with subtext. I'm gonna add something. They were just dripping with subsex. I think there was a lot of sex there. There was a lot going on, so we loved it. We were here for it.
Let's jump into Rio. I mean, he lives another day. What I have to say is, I've been saying this, I feel like all season, loose lips sink ships. And the girls started talking about hiring a hitman, and it has gone from one person to the next person to the next. We now have 3 people, and I feel like it's going to blow up. I just don't know how. So do you think there is a world in which a hitman actually kills Rio, or are we thinking that he's going to probably live?
That's too easy.
He's going to live.
It's not going to happen.
I mean, would they ever kill him off? Like, would they do that?
Would it be a show if they brought him back from nearly dead after she put 4 bullets in him? I think he's going to be around for a while. But what I didn't like about that hitman situation was Beth gave him the money before he did the job.
There you go.
Or was it
you have to do that, though.
She gave him everything.
Regina, I think you have to pay up front. You got to pay up front, or you got to give something. Not that I've ever hired a hitman. But
okay, Amir, break it down for us.
Let me make that very clear. I just have watched a lot of movies, and I know you have to give, like, I think a deposit or something. I think with hitman and anything kind of like dark web or criminal activity, it's funny how it works much like a normal business. So they still have to kind of go in and do the deposit and then go from there.
Wow. Well, I don't know.
But it was only half of the money. So it was only so like a deposit. But then what you're saying is, well, also like if they don't have all of the money to give, then how are they going to get that money by the time it comes, next Friday or whenever it is? They're not going to have the money. So they're going to be in debt to another person. So now they're going to be in debt to Rio and to a hitman who's not going to actually kill Rio. So I mean, this is gonna be a whole web of.
Oh, and Kels, with a hitman, there's no financial benefit for him to not kill you. Like Rio is still making money off of them. The hitman's gonna be like, I'm gonna kill all y'all and all your family. Like this is serious.
He asked for $30,000 more. So he can't be trusted for sure.
No,
he asked for double the price that they were offering. And I don't know, I just get a sneaky suspicion that he might be an undercover FBI guy because that one FBI girl is definitely on to them. And we don't know who the boss is. We haven't seen the boss yet.
We have only seen her and one other guy. Yeah.
Yeah, we've only seen two people and then DL Gary. So we haven't seen DL Gary yet on the DL or whatever. We haven't seen who that is. Which I think that DL Gary is going to be someone we know. It's going to be one of Rio's people. It's because they never show him. She's like, I'm going in with a meeting with him. Or like that guy was like, I spent the week. We never saw him. So in my head, I'm like, that's going to be the season finale. It's going to be like us revealing who Gary is. That's what I think. Gary's either going to be maybe Noah. Because I know, Kelsey, you want Noah to come back. So maybe
I would love for Noah to come back. We haven't seen him at all this season. So we just recently saw Annie's ex,
right.
Just I think this episode. We've barely seen their storyline. Greg, yes, thank you. But just to follow up on some of what you guys are saying is that we keep opening the can to more and more people who know. So like we have these hitmen that know, we have Max who knows, we have I mean, obviously like Dean, Stan, like all of our families are now in the know, but there's just too many people. Rio's ex-girlfriend, baby mama, whatever you want to call her, she kind of knows either from Rio and a little bit from Beth without like talking about it, completely. But there's just too many people right now.
Too many people know too much.
Yeah, right.
Kelsey,
and so somebody, like you said, loose lips sink ships.
Yes,
and so it's coming.
It is coming. And you talked about
I have a hot take for you guys from the chat. So Tracy Perry is saying, I think the hitman works for Rio. That's a perspective that I never really thought about. That could be another one of his tests. Because you know how he likes to test our girls. So I don't know. I would be really scared about that. I don't know.
He doesn't look like Rio's type, but who knows?
I mean, Beth doesn't either.
But maybe that's why it's perfect. That's a perfect cover. That's true. That's true.
I know. It's like you never know who Rio and his web of people know, I think. Like I feel like Rio gets around. Like he has his hand at a grocery store, he has it at the strip club, He's got his, money in different parts. So
yes.
Dangerous man to try and put a hitman against. Before we jump into the rest of it, Regina, do you want to take it away?
Well, absolutely. Guys, we just want to thank you all for supporting us here at AfterBuzz TV. We just really appreciate you going on to iTunes and giving us a 5-star rating and subscribing to our channels on YouTube, giving us the all-important thumbs up. And we love to get all your great comments, and we try to answer them back when we can for sure. So we couldn't do it without you guys. And look, we're all at home, shut in, quarantined, but you are still getting all this great, new, fresh content every day from AfterBuzz TV. So keep supporting us, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll keep doing our thing to bring it to you.
I love it. Thank you, Regina. And thank you guys for the thumbs up too, just like the girls did at the store, like all those show us your thumbs up, right?
Yeah.
Like the ladies had to. Okay. I'll be here all night, you know? Okay, so let's jump into the FBI situation again. And Ruby and Sarah. Let's talk about that whole situation. So in the opener, we see Beth and the FBI agent in comparison, which I feel like it really sets the mood for how they're going to be against each other on this like one-on-one kind of way. So it's very foreshadowy kind of, in my opinion. But we saw that she stopped the nail polish production, the FBI agent did. So she's on to the ladies, and she's kind of been on tour, and she's like the only person who's really focused in on this. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of her, and I think she's going to be kind of the hot mess who's like focused on work and focused on career, who's going to like crack the ladies. But do you see her kind of replacing Agent Turner, where we saw Agent Turner, you know, coming up to Beth and like saying, you know, I know what you've done, I'm just going to catch you? Like, do we see that type of like one-on-one again, like we saw with Agent Turner, or how do we see this playing out? What do you guys think about this whole new character?
Well, I think when I look at her, I think of another extension of maybe Annie, but with a career. You know,
just like a more focused Annie, like what Annie could potentially do if she focused on one thing.
I mean, listen to how her coworker was talking to her and everything, and then she was talking about Beth, who she doesn't know yet, but she is so sure she's hiding in a cave somewhere, like, you know, Bin Laden or some terrorists.
Right.
So
she's hiding in plain sight.
Yeah. And so then her coworker is telling her, take that hideous looking coat off. Don't go into the boss's office looking like that so they can take you serious. So it's going to be really interesting. And I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up like Lucy.
Oh my gosh, really?
I gotta see some.
Oh no.
I gotta see her really up her game and show her brain to be out there on the street with somebody like Rio, a gang.
Yeah,
you know
well, I
saying?
see her brain, like, I see what you mean. Like the research, I think she's really good in the office, maybe, but how is she on, you know, in the field, on the street, all of that. So that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's smart. Regina, well said. I think that,
yes.
But she also did defend herself when it came to that, though, Regina, because she said, remember, like the Osama bin Laden comparison, where the people that were underestimated were actually the one that caught him. So I think that she's not going to go, let's get Rio for being a gang member. I think she's going to get him for like taxes or something, you know, like Al Capone mode. It's like you get someone for something else, not for really what they've really been, you know, do the crime they've really done. So I think that's where she's going to kind of be different. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to CY is saying, she reminds me of Miss Congeniality before the makeover. That's the FBI agent.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of funny.
I love that.
Yeah.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
So this FBI agent has really forced Ruby to commit another crime. She has to go and steal a bunch of nail polish because they can't get it anywhere. And she uses Sarah as her accomplice. Sarah is now an accessory to crime, and she's been officiated, in my opinion, into the book club, and she's another one of the girls, a book club member. And what do we?
You predicted this, Kels.
I did. I said this in one of the earlier predictions. I know.
This.
And then I knew it was coming. She was getting old enough. But what do you guys think about this judgment that Sarah is giving to Ruby? Because she really kind of talked back to her mom, like in the car. And Ruby ended up telling her, I'm committing crime to get you a kidney. Like, that's the reason I got into this. I mean, do you think that, I mean, I feel like that's how it was handled, but now that Sarah knows, do you think that she's going to like lay off her mom and be a little bit easy on her? Do you think that she's going to continue to help her mom with some of these crimes now? Where do we see Sarah in the book club?
I think that she has a sense of guilt about what her mother did, that it's all coming together after they had their conversation in the car after they ripped off the nail salon. Because let's face it, Sarah went as far as finding the family who donated the kidney.
Yeah. Sarah could do some good research. She is a research queen.
Yeah. I mean, she's
True.
a smart kid, let's face it.
Yes.
And I thought it was really noble of her, touching, when she said, I know who we need to give the money to. So I don't know how long that's going to last, that particular attitude. But you know what? I agree that she's probably going to be joining in for a lot more things.
Crimes?
With her mom. Yeah, crime. With their mom.
Mom-daughter crime day.
I
mean,
crime family.
The crime family.
The crime family. I mean, it's kind of sweet, and now Stan's getting involved, but I don't know how happy Stan would be about Sarah coming in. So I feel like he's not going to like that. I don't think he's going to like that.
I don't think so either.
Not at all.
I think it's really, and do you think this is a stretch, guys? I don't know if this is a stretch, but I kind of think she's bringing Sarah in because it's a way to prove to Stan, like, listen, you now getting involved is now bringing Sarah involved, so maybe he'll back out of the crime. Because this is a big spot. This is a big problem for Ruby, that Stan's involved. So I don't know.
I see what you're saying. I feel like she is not doing it necessarily for that reason, but I think that she could use it for that reason, because it has, like you said, been such a debate between the two of them. They, Stan doesn't want to be the watchdog anymore. He said that, that, we're going to come crashing into an iceberg because, like, you're not playing your part. And so he is fed up with it, and she feels like her back is against the wall. So I think that if Sarah were either to tell her dad or Stan finds out about it, then I don't know. Like, I think it would be game over. I'm not sure.
Right. And I think that I was going to say, Kels, someone in the chat said it beautifully. They said that I think Ruby should have taught Sarah that even though she started out with good reasons, it's hard to get out once you're in even dangerous, and you tend to get in deeper and deeper. She kind of missed that kind of parental opportunity. She just kind of guilted her and was like, oh, this is the mom guilt. I'm going to put it on you, and I'm going to leave you to deal with it. And I felt like that was kind of unfair to say, I saved your life, and that's why I did it. Otherwise, you would die. I felt like that. It was a wake-up call, but I felt like, again, it was done in kind of a bit of a callous way. But I think that Ruby just wanted to wake her up. So I don't know. I kind of felt like it was a little too far.
I think it's just.
Go ahead, Kel.
Oh, I was just saying, I think that's spot on. Regina, what do you have to add?
I think that Sarah is going to become more and more contemptible towards her mom. I think they both crossed the line, so to speak. And even though she's doing this thing and did this thing at the nail salon, and you heard what she told her mom, she totally threw it up in her face and told her she wasn't a role model and she was a hypocrite.
Oof.
And so I feel like Sarah is trying to even the playing field, where she doesn't feel like she owes her mom anymore. So give the money to this family. Pay this family back for the kidney that you got for me that I didn't ask you for, because I don't want anything from you. And I think their relationship is just going to keep deteriorating. And Stan's too.
Is a great point, though. Bummer. Yeah, that's such a bummer. But yeah, for Sarah, she wants the money. She wants that guilt off of her. That's a good point about the kidney, just to like have everything lie. But I don't know. I think that it's going to be a back and forth between Sarah and Ruby, like from here on out. I feel like it's going to be Sarah's committing another crime. She's going to owe her mom. Her mom's going to have her help her out. And then she's going to owe Sarah. I think it's going to be this yo-yo effect. I totally see it coming.
So bad. And it's very contemptible. I just wanted to bring a little light to the mood. I loved when Ruby in the swear jar or whatever, that donation jar, she put the ring on top. I was like, this woman is going to kill you at the breakfast table stand. She looked at it like he looked at her like he was going to kill her. He was like, get that shit out of there. Like, we are not donating that.
Love that there is a crime jar instead of a swear jar. Brilliant. I love that. So great. Great. Okay, let's yo-yo over to Dean. He slips into his old habits, and there's this moment at the end where his boss kisses him, he kisses his boss. Whoever initiated it, they kissed. That's what happened. So, I mean, are we blaming anybody for this? Is Dean at fault? Is Beth at fault for, not showing up and ditching him again? Is the boss at fault? I mean, how are we feeling? Are we for Dean? Are we against Dean? Sympathetic, empathetic, not? How do you guys feel?
I'm not for him.
Not for him. Okay, Regina's out. Amir, are you for him? Empathetic? Not for him.
I am for him. I think that he really apologized. He really felt his emotions. And when she ditched him for the event, that was sad.
That was sad. And I kind of was like, oh, again, like this is, you feel like, come on, Beth, show up. Like, we know.
I know.
You
it's
can't,
such a bummer.
But
you know what, Kels? What's better than a gay man for a straight man? They're the best friend to have. We compliment. We're there for you when your wife isn't there. So I think it's going to be a good I think that friendship's going to be cute. I'm just worried that this friendship is going to get Dean in hot water. Dean's going to get drunk, open up to this guy. And this guy seems very with the law.
Oh, God.
Run to the police. So I'm worried about that. That's what
I hope not. I don't see that getting too much closer. Because if that were the case, why did he go back to work and then get busy with his boss? I mean, he was let down. I'll say this. She should not have let him down. She should have at least said, okay, I got to make a run, but I'm going to meet you there, hon. I'm going to be there to support you.
Right, I know. I was thinking that too. I was like, how long does this meal take? Like, all I did was check the calendar. I was like, she could have made both, but that's me, like the over planner and things. I'm like, oh yeah, there's 5 events. We'll just swing by all of them. She could make it.
Yeah, but that's probably just
Regina on that.
Too busy.
Did you notice the earlier when they met with the first guy, Hitman? It was Bob's big boy.
Oh, was it?
Oh,
yeah.
Good eye.
Bourbon.
Yeah.
Good eye.
Order
good
some
eye, Regina.
To go from Bob's Big Boy if you're in the area. I mean, the shakes are so good.
I had something a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice patty melt.
Yes. Live your best life.
Yeah. Okay, let's wrap this up so I can go to Big Boys,
I think you got to call first.
Okay. Hold please. No. Okay, let's
You're full
quickly...
of jokes tonight. Wow.
It's been all day with me and the TV, so I'm just excited to talk to.
I get it.
Right.
Humans.
I
know. You guys talk back. My TV doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, Annie was doing a lot of talking back, or maybe not so much, but she was trying to hook up with all of the guys this episode. Super unhealthy. I mean, I have to say with a therapist, Josh tried to say no to her and not take therapy. And then he felt guilty and was like, I'll take you on. We'll go back to some more sessions. But he should have stuck with his gut and just shut down the whole thing, because now it's like this weird thing with Annie and Josh's girlfriend. She's trying to get, stuff out of her. And it's just like, it's not a pretty look for Annie. And
it's not healthy.
It's not healthy. She shouldn't be with Josh. I mean, I was really for Josh. And Regina, do you still think that there's going to be some little Canadian babies?
Well, he's attracted to her.
I know.
When she told him made that big lie up about her and Greg getting it on, it really got to him.
It did.
So
he was shook by it.
Yeah, it almost the way he was reacted to it, and after the revelation about the girlfriend and they don't have sex, I'm like, is he like the 40-year-old virgin or what? What's going on here? Right? Is he like, has he never had a woman before?
I know. And you wouldn't think that was the kind of guy that Annie would go for, maybe knowing that. So
Right.
She
was a little detective. It was a lot, Kels. Like, she was a little detective. And all I have to say is, Annie, are you okay, Annie? Like Michael Jackson said, like, she needs a hug. Is she okay? Like, she needs a home-cooked meal and a hug. Like, it's too much. She's doing all this work, and I'm like, you're not even dating him. Like, what's going on? She's kind of like, in a way, like, imprinted on him. And I think that, like, at this point, her son, what was her son's name again? Adam? Ben? No.
Ben.
Ben was like, I think Ben's done with the mom's shenanigans, is staying at Greg's house, like staying at the dad's house. Annie's on an island. It's just, this is the only person that's really hearing her out. So I don't know. I don't think it's healthy. I think that she needs to just get away from this, but I don't know.
She does need to get away. Yeah. Maybe get away maybe they need to take a girls' trip and get away from everything.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Another across the border.
They're taking plenty of trips. And none of their trips are very healthy for them.
I know. It's like, which is the lesser of evils?
Yeah. But with Annie, it's all about self-love. It's not there.
I know. She needs to find a new therapist. I know.
Gotta find a way to love yourself. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk about which girl or lady that we love the most. So let's switch over to our baddest good girl segment. Talking about who was the boss this episode, who is the baddest good girl. We have lots of ladies for the picking. We also we have the 3 core book club members. We've got Beth, Annie, Ruby. Now we have Sarah. We have Josh's girlfriend, Lila, I think. We have the FBI agent and a few others. So, Amir, do you want to start us off with your baddest good girl?
Yes. I just want to wrap up the Dean thing real quick. Anna DeCracker is saying, I'm not a fan of Dean, but he did actually is being honest with her. I don't think Beth loves Dean anymore. That ship has sailed a long time ago. The trust was broken. So that's a great take, and I love that. I think my baddest good girl would have to go to Sarah, because she, signed up for this whole tampon thing, and then, that's embarrassing. And then the way that Ruby was like, well, you're gonna have to learn it one day. It's like, I just feel like she's so callous sometimes. And I think the reason I'm also triggered is that Middle Eastern parents can be like that as well. So I'm kind of like a little bit more like, oh, don't say that. Like, they're gonna need therapy. She's gonna need therapy. So that's my
not by Josh.
What was that?
And not by Josh.
Not by Josh. Not by Josh. Definitely not. He's so unprofessional. He's a child psychologist seeing a woman in her 30s. So it's not good.
All right. So we've got one for Sarah. Regina, who is your baddest good girl of this episode?
I'm a little torn.
Okay.
Between Annie and Ruby.
Oh,
because,
interesting.
Yeah, I know. And normally I'm not like a real big on Annie's bandwagon kind of thing. But man, she was pretty much trying to wrap every guy around her finger. She was throwing the therapy back at
Josh,
her therapist. Yeah, yes. Josh. And he didn't even know what was coming at him. It was coming so quick. She got his girlfriend to spill the beans that they have no love life. So, and then she was trying to seduce her ex, almost to the point she got him there. And then she totally made up this amazing fabricated story about how they were tearing their clothes off and couldn't wait to get in each other's pants. And she had Josh, his temperature was going up the whole time. He was having fever. So
I think that's Annie.
I guess it's Annie. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine because I was going to pick Ruby as my baddest good girl. Cool. So we'll get them all here. I'm picking Ruby because she was the one to go into the nail salon and steal it. She was the one who volunteered. She came up with the plan and volunteered herself. I volunteer as tribute. And then she also roped in Sarah. And even though there's some questions about morality there and if that was ethical or not, I think that she still brought in her family, and it was a very clever way and a new, fresh way to, commit a crime. And I really appreciated that. So for those reasons, I'm picking Ruby. Do we have anybody in the chat who has?
Yes, we do. We have a bunch of people in the chat. So CY is saying, I think it's Ruby because Ruby offered to get the nail polish, and hard to think what to do to get to keys. Also, she also went along with the, also, I don't know what that says. We're moving on. Samantha Weigel, Ruby is my baddest good girl because she gave Sarah a reality check and because she stole the nail polish. Everyone's agreeing. And then we also have a Beth as well. Beth is the baddest good girl. Rio literally has a gun to frame her for murder, and yet she's still trying to kill him. My girl just doesn't get it. With one of these emojis.
Oh, yes. Same.
Thanks for engaging, guys, in the chat. We appreciate
those were great. Yes, totally agree with those. Love them. All right, should we move on? Amira, do you have some news for us?
I do. I have a couple pieces of news. I'll do them quickly. Give you some news. Okay, so Christina Hendricks did an interview with InStyle, and she's saying that she's been kind of doing her own red hair highlights. I believe that because a lot of people, even bigger celebrities, like everyone's doing it. Like we have Hillary Duff doing her own hair. We have all these celebrities. So people don't have access to salons. So I believe this. I don't believe that she does this on set though. Like she had gone on to say, I also will touch up my roots on set. I don't know if I believe that because like they all have assistants and people to do that. So I don't know if I believe that. But she is just like such a ginger icon. But she's actually a blonde. So so that's kind of the shocking, but like she has become kind of synonymous with that red hair. She looks fabulous. I'm looking at pictures right now on my computer and she's gorgeous. Go check out the interview on InStyle. Yeah, I will. 100%. I'll put those on Twitter. And then we also have my girl Retta. She's so funny. She was on Parks and Rec. If people don't know that, that's really where she got her start. She's a great comedian. So she's doing a musical debut for DuckTales. So she's going to be in one of the episodes of DuckTales, and it's really cracking me up. She's so funny, so much range, such a great voice. So please go check that out. And then I also
that's on Disney Plus, right? DuckTales.
Disney Plus, yes. So if you don't have Disney Plus, I think right now it's free for 3 months or something. They're giving
steal somebody's password, something like that.
Yeah, just DM me. I'll give you more. Don't tell Disney.
We encourage crime on this show.
The good girls have influenced us, right?
Yes, they have.
We're on season 3. What? Crimes are fine.
People are getting killed and we're just moving on. So that's the show. What are you going to do? And then with Mother's Day around the corner, NBC was very smart. They started doing these mugs, World's Best Mom. And I think Mother's Day is either the 6th or the 19th. I'm not a great son, it seems like. I should know when.
I think it's the 10th.
Well, there you go. So I need to stick with Regina.
So.
Yeah, it's going to be in May.
And they're $16.95. You're right, Regina.
Great.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Regina. See, you're more on it than I am. The mugs are $16.95. They're 11 ounce, 15 ounce. We got a lot of options. I believe they have white and black. So go check it out. It's pretty dope. It's on NBC store. It's on the NBC store. The World's Best Mom.
Oh, mug. It's a mug for your coffee.
Yes, honey. We're going to do it. Yes. And Beth, I feel like in all the hustle and bustle, she's still making those lunches. She's still looking, gorgeous as ever, doing her makeup. So she is a real good mom at the end of the day. She might not be a good person, but she's a good mom. So we'll take that.
She is a good mom.
But that's all the news I got, boo.
Well, thank you, Amir. And Regina, you have some shout outs from last week.
We've got some shout outs.
All right, let's hear them. Thank you, guys.
And this first one is a Regina shout out. How about that? From Anna D. Craker. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Anna. And it says, it was a great episode. Regina, I didn't know you were from Detroit, Michigan. I'm from Grand Rapids. It's awesome to see another Michigander on YouTube. Yay! Thank you. And we have April Tip. She says, yep, I love this episode. I really hope they get a season 4. So do we, April.
Yes, we do.
Okay, and this last one is from CJ. It seems to me that Rio won't be happy until he gets Beth to kill someone. Maybe that is the ultimate sign of loyalty, or at least then he has that on her for leverage. From the start, he has been trying to get her to kill people, and that has been where she has drawn the line. Yeah, she shot Rio, but that was only because he was pressuring her to kill the cop. I think his having his goon kill the bird girl and having them think he was going to kill Boomer is his way of involving them more and more into the murderous side of the business, because that is what he has been trying to get her to do from the beginning. This one is real long, so I'm just going to read a couple more. I am not liking the part of Rio. It makes me miss Rio even more. As for Ruby and Stan, I think he might end up feeling like Beth was feeling towards Dean when she first got started in a life of crime. I think Stan is going to get more and more confident and feeling like he is good at the business of being a criminal. And there you have our shout outs.
So many great comments. So many ideas. I mean, I thought when Beth pulled out the gun that he was going to have Beth kill somebody then. So
that's what I thought too.
I was like, oh, great. She's going to have to commit a murder. So, I mean, again, I see that kind of, track playing in my head too.
Kels, I thought that in that moment, she was going to have her shoot like the guy that works for Rio. Cause they had that deal behind the scenes. I thought Rio was going to be like, I know what y'all did and you got to shoot him now, or I'm going to shoot you.
Right.
But that didn't go that way. It didn't go that way.
Yeah. He keeps almost having her like kill somebody and then it like doesn't happen, like the bird, like that example, just like what they were saying. So it was great.
Well, I think Kels, if she does kill someone, we're not going to really root for her as much. So I think it's going to be hard for us to root for her. That's why they're avoiding it.
And
that's like one of those unforgivable crimes, is murdering somebody.
She slipped up. Sure. She's got her fingerprints on the gun that killed Lucy.
Blackmail.
I mean, right there. Normally Beth is smarter than that, So that just lets me know how really terrified and frustrated she is about getting rid of Rio. Let her guard down.
Let her guard down, losing focus. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into our promo and predictions since we're kind of starting to talk about it now. And while we're talking about the promo and we're giving our predictions, be sure to leave us your predictions and we will read them out loud if we have time. Yes. So in the promo, we saw the girls say we need to hire a hitman. We saw the hitman and Beth in the window, and we saw the hitman say, so what's it going to be? And Beth responds with, do it. That's what we're led with. So it kind of leads us into this, are they going to shoot Rio? Are they not? That's what we're left with for the prediction, for the promo for next week's episode for Opportunity. Amir, do you want to start us off on your prediction?
Yes, I do. And I just wanted to say Anna DeCraker is actually in the live chat, and she said, you're welcome, Regina. You did say my last name right. So she's really happy about that. So you're a fellow Michigan.
Yay!
Yeah. So she's very happy. Yay. So as far as the predictions go, the only thing I was confused about, Kels, maybe you can illuminate, is in the promo, there looked like there was like a green light that was on Rio's car. Like, was that the light from the shooting gun?
I think that was the sniper, because I think it looked through the scope.
Got it. Because I didn't know if it was a paintball. I was like, are they going paintballing? I was like, what's going on?
Oh, right. Yes.
Confused.
That was like
confused
the
me.
sniper, laser.
Okay, cool. And then before I make my predictions, is this the season finale?
No. We have
May 3rd.
2 episodes.
Okay, not yet. We have 2 more. Okay, so I think that what's gonna happen is the FBI agent Lily, what's her name?
Lilia.
Lilia. She's a weird name. Lila.
Oh no, that's the girlfriend. FBI agent. I know who you're talking about.
Agent. Well, you know who I'm talking about. Yeah. Miss Congeniality. We'll call her that.
I love it.
Miss Congeniality. She's gonna get a lot closer, and I think what's gonna happen is that her gay sidekick coworker guy, he's gonna be like, "You're acting crazy. You're unstable," and maybe report her, and she's gonna get fired, or like not fired, maybe suspended, and she's gonna take this on her own. Like she's gonna get obsessed with them, and she's gonna come to the town because now she knows where the nail salon is. She knows. She's gonna come there and be like, was there, who was doing it? It was a woman. She's gonna start to piece it all together, like who organized this event, and she's gonna start getting closer, and we're gonna see kind of that like stalking of all of them. I don't think that's gonna be great, and I think that we're gonna get an update about Boomer. We're gonna know what's going on with Boomer. Did he die? Is he like? I think Boomer is, he lost Nana. He has no reason to not speak up. So I think he's gonna say something if he's still alive. So those are my 2 biggies.
Those are great predictions. I am very excited about those. Excellent. Okay, Regina, what are you predicting?
Well, I'm predicting that Stan is going to leave Ruby and take Sarah with him.
You break my heart every time, Regina. Every time.
Oh my God, Regina, you're so savage. So savage.
That is good girl goes to Regina.
Now look, when you give a guy a ring back on the top of a pickle jar for money, I just think, she's crossed the line so much with Sarah. Sarah doesn't respect her mom.
Nope.
Now he knows that Sarah knows about the kidney. And so that whole thing, that whole dynamic, and she's going to tell her dad what her mom made her do.
Oh,
and I just think that at some point, Stan likes this money. And he likes having this power over these girls. And it's like giving him that power of being a cop, but in a bad way, in a different way. Yeah. And so I think he is really going to gravitate towards that and feel like, shoot, I'm not looking back. We've been poor long enough. I want to make some money. It's time to live. And I see this as easy money. And I think he's going to move out and he may take Sarah with him.
You're breaking my heart, Regina. You're breaking my heart.
Oh, so sad.
The hard truth from Regina. I love it.
We need to hear it.
We don't want to hear it.
We don't know if it's
we
true,
don't want to hear it.
So.
We'll find out soon enough. I know. I guess my prediction, I'm predicting, Rio doesn't die, but I feel like that's a given. And I think that maybe, I don't know, Annie's a hot mess. I can't even predict her anymore, so I'm not even going to try. But I'm with you guys on your predictions. I don't really have much more to add. I think those are excellent predictions. What do we have from the chat as far as predictions go?
Yes. Okay, so we have CY saying, I would love to see Rio's baby mama show up again and ask Beth why she was trying to kill her baby daddy again. Yes, it is very true. Yes. I need to see Rhea because I had all these predictions about her being the crime boss. Where is my moment? Where is my moment?
That?
So
I know.
The writers need to hear me. The writers need to hear me. We also have one more. We do. So then we have another one saying the FBI chick will be smart enough to show up and kind of make a lot of moves. And the last FBI guy did. Noah, he's going to come back. So that's another. You've been saying that for a while. You've been wanting that, Kels. The chat is finally giving you what you want.
Thank you guys. I've been saying it. You guys have been rejecting me, but it's going to happen. I know it. I know it. Oh, those are great predictions, guys. If you didn't get your prediction in, then you can leave it in the comment below and we will shout you out next week. Speaking of next week, we're back. So we're in it till the end. We just had a break last week for Easter. But until next week, thank you guys for watching this episode. And where can everybody find you guys and keep up with the chat this week?
Okay, I am at Regina Rico, RECO, Twitter, guys, and Regina Coles on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you.
Thank you, Amir.
Yes, you can find me at Amir Yassai _ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I see you next week.
Thanks, guys. And I'm Kelsey Hightower, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Kels Hightower. Book Club will be right back here, same time, same place next week. We'll see you then. Bye.
Stay safe. Stay healthy. Safe.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.